Next, we can move right on to size, and I'm just gonna say this again. There's basically no change with the size. Like, literally, they have the same exact proportions, same exact length, same exact height. They have the exact same mass. Well, wait. Yeah, they feel about the same weight. Um, but yeah, there's basically no change when it comes to the overall size. However, when it comes to the accessories, there's a very clear size difference when it comes to the accessories. Well, maybe not clear at first, but moving on to section 4, which is accessories, they both essentially come with the same thing: a beam effect and an impact base for said beam effect. But the execution of them is wildly different. But first, let's start off with the beam effects in question. They both still look like elongated Q-tips, um, just colorized differently. However, what's funny to know is that the original is slightly taller or about longer than the new one, which I find very interesting because they're not actually no, that's a lie. This one's slightly thicker. It's very slight. It's very mild. The main difference is in the color scheme. Well, obviously, but they both feature like a translucent kind of color. This one being a bit more opaque with metallic dry brushing over it to give it more of a shiny effect, and of course a little base that's all white and kind of goes from white to blue, metallic blue, and then white again. Well, this one kind of does the same thing, but with pink, but there's no metallic dry brushing there. And I will say the spray is done a little bit more iffy. This looks more like just a standard spray because there's a bit of a transition, but not in the way you'd want it to. There's like a lot of little tiny little splotches of white, and it just doesn't look as clean as it should. But I mean, it's a bootleg, so what do you expect? And it's also got a bit of a curve. I still haven't been able to solve the curve problem. Also, this thing is really bendy. Like, this thing it might as well just be a bendy wire. This one is not bendy, and if I tried bending it, it would probably snap in half. And that's a problem with this beam. The other NECA Godzilla beams were fine, but this one just feels more brittle. But moving to the beams to the side, let's talk about the impact bases. Much like the beams, the impact bases, the pink one is slightly smaller and a bit more bent up. And, I mean, it's it's essentially clear which one's like the much more better quality one. But the blue has like a lot of white spray towards the middle and like metallic blue kind of like outlines. This looks a lot like ice to me, to be honest, but doesn't look bad in the slightest. While you have this one that doesn't carry that metallic kind of color, but does feature some decently applied white paint. Although I do say that it's a bit heavy-handed, and you can definitely see the seam line there more than you can see on the original because they did not assemble that properly. That or it's just a little too big. But how you put this on has never been easier. We'll grab the bootleg Godzilla first and make its way round. So you want to take the mouth. Let's set the blue beams aside. You want to take the mouth, open it up. You're going to see a little groove with the teeth. There we go. That's actually kind of better because I do have quite a bright setup going on. And you just want to plop that thing in there and make sure the tongue is in there. And it stays in there all right. It's not like the greatest fit in the world, as you can see. But it gets the job done well enough. So putting it back in. And you want to make sure Godzilla's hunched down. I don't have to worry about that. And just align it with this peg. And there we go. Hopefully you can, like, line it down. Maybe not. But essentially you get it something like this. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. And your Godzilla is basically fully assembled. The same thing applies to the V2. As you can see here, just take the beam effect piece in, smush it into his mouth. There we go. And attach this into the hole. And that's how it's supposed to look. Only problem on both is that this part doesn't really fit in. Like, there's no click. Because I feel like what they should have done was maybe add like a little peg hole here, and then put like a little peg that's like a little stick right in there, and then pegged it in, and then had Godzilla holding both the beam and the impact base instead of it being forced to rest on something. But overall, the accessories I definitely think are executed pretty well for what you get. And again, for what the price point was for these things, it's not bad in the slightest. So overall, for size and accessories, since we kind of merged the two rounds together, or categories, not really rounds anymore. The sizes of the figures are not at all different. They're the exact same in pretty much almost every way. But the beams are smaller on this one than they are here. And ultimately, I think it looks better, to be honest, on the original. And as far as the accessories are executed, again, they had the exact same engineering because he just copied off him. But he did it a little better, honestly. It's not to say this one's bad, but I mean, because it's rubber, would you want to get things like this? Like, be real with yourself. And next, we're going to talk about price. And again, we're going off MSRP for him, but because he's a bootleg, we're going to go at the price I got him at. I got him, I think, I actually don't remember what price I got him at, because I definitely think they charged it a bit more because it was at a comic book store that I got him at a few years back. But at the same time, I also do think, yeah, he was about $20 at Target and Walmart, wherever you buy NECA products, back when they were still making the Godzilla figures. But this guy, I paid about $20 before shipping, and that's how much he is. And honestly, again, that's kind of like neck and neck, you know? Like, he's $20, he's $20, so really there's no real winner. Although for resale, you can get him for about $30 to $50, so who knows? Next, we're going to go for availability, and this guy was available pretty much at every major retailer. This guy is a basically AliExpress and eBay fungus. It will constantly grow and spread all across the thing, and I don't think will ever make its way to major retailers because, let's be honest, Toho and NECA would not let that happen. It would right away sue those guys. So really, it all depends on what your stance is. Like, are you going to judge this guy availability right now in 2024 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or whenever you're watching this video? Or are you going to judge it from when it was produced from 2019 to 2020? So really, that's two ways you can look at it. And for the last category, which is packaging. Now, you might be wondering why I had the V3 box as opposed to the V2 or the Evolved Godzilla box. Simple reason. I don't have his box anymore because it was chucked like years ago. And I don't have his box because I never ordered it with the box because I'm running low on shelf space. With that being said, this is because basically both their boxes kind of look like his. Essentially, what they did, well, we'll start with this one. It was essentially this box presentation wise, just with the official Godzilla, that one poster with Millie Bobby Brown standing right here, or Madison Russell, as she plays in the movie, with Godzilla lighting up blue, and then blue background, standing on a beach. That was the poster that they went with. Although I think Madison was actually cut because of the logo, maybe. That NECA probably just didn't want to pay actor likeness or whatever. And it was essentially in this box format, Monsterverse Godzilla King Monster Godzilla. It's literally the exact same box, just with the blue Godzilla. And this one took that box, not this one, the other one, photoshopped a picture of the Hiya Toys Godzilla evolved, and plopped it on there, and put it inside the box, and came up with like these, at least I found on Ali, like when I was actually re-looking these guys up, where it says Rodan, Mothra, and Godzilla. It actually showed other promo pics from the movie and of the figure in question. So, although I do think there's more versions of the box, the most common version I've seen on Alley is an entirely red box and features Godzilla while doing like the, roaring out of the iceberg kind of thing at Tiamat's lair. And it says Godzilla Kong the New Empire 2024, NECA. And then up here it would have said Shin Godzilla in Japanese. So it was either trying to disguise itself as an actual figure or a Shin Godzilla figure. Very interesting. Although the box, it actually did feature like its own like back read up. It wasn't promo pics of like the figure though. It was like promo pics from the movie, like actual renders, which I honestly find really cool that whoever bootlegged it went the extra mile to give this thing an authentic box, like a box that looks authentic. But it wasn't. Now I'm kind of starting to regret not getting the box. But whatever, I got the figure. There's no need for me to get the box. I'm not going to shell out another 20 something dollars just to get a cardboard box. No. But basically they come in the exact same box, and yeah, that's all I can really comment because I don't have their boxes. Though if you are interested in seeing a closer look at this guy's box, in my NECA figure playlist, you will actually find the NECA Godzilla V2 unboxing, so go watch that. But do keep in mind that I was recording like 2019, so I sound like almost a completely different person there. Because I was. And so to end off this video, really, it's up to you which one you want to buy. Because let's be honest, if you're buying either of these guys in 2024 or beyond, you're not supporting NECA or Toho anymore because your money's not going to either company. Because he's on resale, he is on bootleg sale. So your money would either be going to the seller or the bootlegger. So really, it's up to you. As for me, I honestly pick quality over quantity, even though they're one figure. So if you have to choose, go with him. But if you want the novelty of a 2024 what if scenario in an alternate universe where NECA carried out the Godzilla license, go with him. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel. Believe in Jesus, accept him as Lord and Savior. I spread the gospel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, everyone. God bless.